Hopeman Hall, one of Grove City College's finest living arrangements. Home to groups and independents alike, it is one of the better options for upperclassmen men's housing. Whether you're a beta in Lincoln or not a male student, you may not have experienced what life can really be like in Hopeman. This video will serve as a crash course for those unfortunate enough to live outside of its walls. As with any review of this nature, I am limited to my experiences living in the building. I'm currently an independent on the Alpha Sigma Hall, which is second floor closest to the library. This puts me underneath the Okies and above the Caps. And when they're not hosting a party or a pledge event, it's been delightful. This brings us to our first point of interest, the hall. As an independent, there's really only two halls that are dedicated to unaffiliated students. This hall is not one of them, but my suite mates and I have known the majority of the group for years, so we've adhered well. Results may vary. The building is divided into two halves with a wall that splits the interior. The basement hall runs through the dormitory though, allowing for movement throughout the building. As for the rooming situation, there's rooms for all combinations of students. The single allows for involuntary introversion. The double allows for watered down marriage practice. The triple allows for that feeling when a sleepover has lasted a little too long. The suite, which holds 4 students, allows for the forfeiture of personal privacy, and the super suite allows for the forfeiture of personal property. Each main hall has 2 suites on each end of the hall, meaning 8 people share the suite bathrooms, which are separate from the hall bathroom for everybody else. While the suite typically means splitting the 4 roommates into pairs of 2 for personal preference and convenience, I'm personally in a super suite, which means I have had the opportunity to get very close to all my roommates as we all share the same 10 by 12 bedroom. I began to wonder what my roommates thought about living in Hopeman. Did they share my appreciation for the building? I thought I would ask them.
My sense of humor is somewhat oppressive at times and then non-existent at other times, so we all have our flaws.
This is Benjamin Weird Hands Cooley, and he's got a thing or two to say about living in Hopeman.
What's one thing about Hopeman that you wish was different?
Okay. Part of me wants my imagination to run wild and say like it'd be better if there was like a water slide going out of my window, but let's be more realistic. Once upon a time I tried to get one of these like felt blankets and run and jump and slide down the hallway on the felt blanket, and in retrospect I think that that would have been more successful if like somehow the floor was like slippier. Is that right? If the floor was more slippery, I think I'd be able to slip farther.
What is your favorite thing about living in Hopeman?
Oh boy. I like just about everything living in Hopeman.
This is Matthew Morass. Wait a minute. Morosco, like Costco.
What was your least favorite thing about being in Hopeman?
Sometimes the Greek groups get loud, but it's not too bad most of the time.
If there's anything you would change about Hopeman, what would it be?
You know, it'd be great to have an elevator to my room.
And, of course, I was going to use this opportunity to ask about my own reputation as a roommate.
How do you feel about Chris as a roommate?
To be honest, I could go either way.
Okay, that's not what we talked about.
Living with Chris has been a blessing. I feel like I'm in a privileged position to be Chris Murphy's roommate.
How have you enjoyed your roommates this semester?
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the 2 of them are great, but Chris...
Living with Chris has been a blessing. I feel like I'm in a privileged position to be Chris Murphy's roommate.
If these resident testimonials can't convince you of Hopeman's wonder, you probably don't deserve to live in Hopeman in the first place. The other benefits of the building include baked goods from the RD, a backyard for miscellaneous sports, a quad in the front for movies and AO Glow, a laundry room in variable states of accessibility, and many more. While this may have only been a brief look into the life of a Hopeman resident, I hope that the realization that you are either living a full Grover experience or not hits you like a freight train, leaving you asking yourself, what if I lived in Hopeman?
Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, or comment below. If the video hits 27 likes, then I will review Life in Harker next time.